Hello, greetings. Hope I do fairness to the Hindus. I haven't been to India, haven't looked at those Hindus living in India. I live in United Arab Emirates, Dubai. So these are different Hindus. The Hindus I met in London were different. So very nice with me. And so the thing is that I think some of us have not really understood, and I confess I haven't really understood the Hindus properly, as I criticize them also. Not because I don't have any conspiracy against the Hindus. I'm from United Arab Emirates. What conspiracy would I have against the Hindus? My grandfather lived in India most of his life. Before in Pakistan, then in India, Mumbai, I think, or New Delhi. My father's father. So my father told me good things about India. The Hindus respect our Shia processions and all this. I don't know if even now it would be fair, but what I saw on YouTube earlier when I joined this ex-Muslim, any ex-Muslim I used to search and join, subscribe to them and listen to them. So there when some Hindu person came and started to attack me like in a way that would I like to be a Londi of Prophet Muhammad. And some of the comments I saw there by the Hindus against Rasulullah, Prophet Muhammad, I got angry, I got offended. I quickly formed a conclusion about the Hindus. For example, someone saying that get over it, they're playing the victim. They told us Hindustan is a secular state, and now the Hindus, attacking like verbally, and they've had a field day when against Prophet Muhammad. But we need to realize, I've been contemplating on that. It could be premature. Um, Another thing I will talk about is the attack on Army Nawabi initially when he made sexy Kali and all that. Maybe the Hindus have not been able to explain this properly. So maybe I can explain it because I'm trying to make myself understand and I've contemplated a little bit. You see, they were under a lot of this Muslim and then the colonial, but they should get over it. Why? Why should they get over it? Because are you saying they should get over it now because Mughals were there a long time ago, did what they did? No, even Muslims are still there in India. They get their freedom. They can do what they want to do, except for this cow thing and all that. And cow lynching sometimes happens there, but they have a lot of freedom. What Muhammad and this Abrahamic religion did to the Hindus, demonizing them, not only the practices, but even, excuse me, we are told that it is impure to go near them, even to touch them. So you have to understand the thing that came out, when they started to see ex-Muslims. And now in India, there's a lot of different, it's a lot of population, different people, different cultures, but they have been suppressed for a long time. And only the Western system, the Western people, Europeans gave them the freedom. They could live freely in London and not be like, we won't touch them and we won't eat from there. So that's why they could mix. It's not because of the cunningness, their cunningness that we were told that in Pakistan, the way we were told that there was the Muslim, the Hindu Congress Party and the Muslim. So the Muslim League Party, how we were, appreciating that we don't mix with these Western people, and they too, the Hindus took advantage of that, and so अंग्रेज़ों के साथ mix हो गए थे. अच्छा, or but like get on with it and this and that. It's been years now. The Westerns, if we say something like this, I think that's not fair to the Hindus. Get on with it now. So where we are coming from and where these Hindus are coming from, we have to put ourselves in their shoes. And even if I try, I cannot put myself in their shoes right now. So with due respect to them. And I think that I also formed a very early conclusion about these Hindus and their behavior. So it's, I think the Hindus have I believe they have, I can see, not without proof. If belief comes without proof, then that's not the right kind of belief. That's blind faith, that is blind belief, that is dangerous. Because then I think bigotry and all this comes in. So how much we respected and loved Muhammad and the Shias, the family of Muhammad, the Sunnis, the companions of Muhammad, that even between the Muslims there was a fight. There was like a Cold War between the Sunnis and the Shias in Pakistan, and they've killed many. And about when the Shias got an upper hand in Iran, they killed the Sunnis, Sunni minorities in Iran. We don't think of that. We don't think of when the Shias have killed the Baha'i leader. We don't, and the Baha'is. We don't think of that. In Iran, they've done this. And they have been doing that. We don't think of human rights for women. I think we did a lot of hero worshipping. Like the Sunnis tell us that we've made Imam Ali and all this into holy, heroic people who we worship. We worship them. Imam Hussein. So this, doing this, it did not make us, yes, there are our religious scholars. They're very simple, some of them, and most of them actually are very simple. They don't go after happiness and all that. They've given their lives to more serious, only exclusively devoted to this religion and Prophet Muhammad and all this they've done. How shall I say it? So, but then I tried my best to get into this religion and sincerely follow it, but I had some domestic problems. Then I became insane myself with this distance mind control. But through one example, I cannot. So there are Shias looking at others. I can't say. They, as long as they don't hurt me. But I could not find that compassion. I could not feel it in my house even, or like people. We say we are very warm people. So then why don't the Pakistani warm, Muslim warmth, Arabs get together and support each other I mean, the lapse of justice, beggars on the street. We had to close our hearts, our, our our feelings. We had to become stone-hearted, living in Karachi, at least, what I saw. It's like a jungle without laws and rules. Anything you can do there. Bribe, corruption, head to toe. Another thing is that, what was I thinking? It's fresh in my mind, and this is not professional. Sorry, and also I'm not very articulate. So you'll have to forgive me for that, and just bear with me as I struggle to find proper words even. Okay, I just paused for a little while to contemplate again of how to put words. Like I was thinking in my own language, and now to say this in English, it's become difficult. And it's difficult to express and do justice with words even. So when you're thinking, you're contemplating, sometimes words don't come. But that feeling also is there. That, oh yeah, now I understand emotionally. For example, Armin Navabi, he made the sexy Kali and all. And lot of Hindus, they shut down his Twitter, I was told. And also from Facebook or other social media. The Hindus were behind this, and so, so I also felt that it was wrong. He was threatened, his life was threatened, he was scared to go to India. He wanted to go to India. So maybe you would think that I'm lopsided and I'm prejudiced, but now I've thought that this Kali Ma and all this she hasn't told them to hurt others and call. This is okay. What Armin was trying to do, you can find out through his channel. Go to his video. Like if we thought Hindus were secular, very free people, they would understand. They would not defend their Kali when he can make a cartoon of Muhammad. People have eaten. Dr. David Wood has eaten the pages of the Quran, and apostate prophet has kicked the Quran, this and that. I never said anything. Like I thought it was not healthy to eat the pages of the Quran and all this. And this is not my way, but I can throw the Quran if I get angry. Like in my madness, I did once, in Karachi. It was too much. So yes, you can, if I lose my mind, I can do that. So does it hurt anyone? If it hurts the feelings, if it hurts your feelings, then I'm sorry. My feelings are hurt too. I was driven in madness to do this. Rasulullah, my mother. I told my mother not to. Why don't you complain to that prophet who allows these marriages? Like the men can marry, go to travel 6 months. If they stay away from their wife is supposed to sit there and say, no, it's not haram for me, but it's haram for her husband to not have sex. It is unhealthy, they say. And why haram? And then they will explain that it is so unhealthy. So, okay, am I deviating? What I'm trying to say is you've got to feel this. Everything that passes through us, just like that. Just like that. We don't see when Hari Sultan showed us that we are abusing our children as Shias, putting a razor on their heads and all this, physically abusing the child. And this is wrong. long time ago, Haris Sultan put up a video on that, and I just said, no, it's not for Imam Hassan, it's Imam Hussein or something, or Imam Hassan, and it's not Imam Hussein, the other video. Imam Hassan married, there were rumors. The Umayyads, we are told, spread rumors against Imam Hassan and all this. Okay, so, but I still don't know. So that's what the Shia, as a Shia, we used to say. Now, coming to Prophet Muhammad, if you read the Sunni narrations, even my aunt, every one of us agreed that this is not our Prophet Muhammad. You should take it from Fatima Zahra, and because if you read what the companions have written, how it's come through the Umayyads and what has come through the Umayyads about the Prophet Muhammad, you would not. He's like, what is he? The Christians already who think so much of their peaceful Jesus Christ and all this, like, would think, what is this? So we self-flagellate the Shias and all this with the Zanjir and Matam, and women do it. Men do it with the Zanjir at times. That's not compulsory. You can do it if you want to. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. No one's going to talk about behind your back or say these things, anything bad about you. So, but the Shias themselves, I've heard them saying that, some of our Shias, they even leave the Azan and the Matam, Julus is going on. They should stop and start to pray. And these people like me who were so passionate, I would do strong Matam, beating of the chest, and be very passionate in these things. But in other things like the rituals which are compulsory, I would miss. And Imam Ali and Imam Jafar Sadiq has said, if you miss your compulsory prayers, what's the use of those other things you're doing? We won't accept you as a Shia. You're not a true Shia, or let alone a Muslim, and you're not a Mu'min believer. You don't miss your namaz. So we have criticized ourselves, our Shias. And I was just thinking, it was coming to me, why the Hindus, on YouTube and social media, started to attack Army Nawabi verbally and threaten him. One even threatened him, or two people, Hindus, threatened to kill him. Because this prophet, they're saying that no, we can say what, then how come you are rejoicing when the Hindus are rejoicing when we say anything to Prophet Muhammad? And when we say something against your gods and goddesses, these are myths. But we have been saying it. I don't know why it was such a big deal on the social media. I can say, haven't we been saying that the Hindus are najis? But quietly, Shias don't want to be rude about it, right? Just go quietly and tell them you are najis. We don't even want to go near them. So then why live in India? Some Muslims are living in India since partition also. And then you want everything of yours. Even the Western people are sick and tired of some Muslims, like Austria, and now I heard Poland. So if you don't mingle and mix with the country that has been conquered by you Muslims before, the Britishers, then of course the other person, how do you expect the other person to accept you? And when they accept the Hindus, you say, oh, they accept the Hindus. And the Hindus are cunning enough and they exploit this thing with the Westerners and the Europeans and the non-Muslims. So whatever happened against Army Nawabi when he made the Kali, a sexy Kali and all this, I can tell a Hindu, if I didn't tell a friend of mine in London, I thought it would be rude, but what I can tell them is that you Hindus are nijis. We can't eat from you. We can't even come close to you. I don't know how the Muslims are living in India with the Hindus. But actually, if you look at our texts, our holy scriptures, we are not allowed to even stand them. They are nijis. So it's not, you cannot equate Hindus with the Muslims and Muhammad with Kali Ma. I mean, I used to think, no, these Hindus are not going to protect Radharani. They're going for the money, Western world and all this. Until I saw that, oh my God, one of them even threatened to kill Army Nawabi. But theirs is, you see, did they ever say that, okay, they said that this is impure, eating, let's suppose Prabhu, ISKCON, the ISKCON creator who brought, this ISKCON, yeah, what's his name, I've forgotten, sorry. So he said that, eating, no, even like doing anything to the cow or eating meat is prohibited. And you will go to hell. So harming the cow in any way is prohibited in their religion. So maybe they would kill, they wouldn't kill, I don't know. But now they're saying that we have given, but did they have a choice in conquering? When they were conquered by the Muslim Mughals, did they have a choice? They were subdued there and then. So I wonder when you Hindus get yes, for me it would be very favorable. I don't have to criticize the Hindus. I can claim I'm Radharani, I can show evidence. I don't want to do these kind of things. I'm just saying it because I am Radharani. And I want to see Hindus in the best way. Flourishing, prosperous, and all this. So, no, I don't want you to kill someone or threaten someone because they said something against Radharani. I am Radharani. You see, this is the thing. But I may think that this comes from Imam Hussain. How deluded could I be? Now I'm showing how the Shias are deluded also. So no, if they say anything to your gods and goddesses, why not? It's freedom of speech in the Western world. And you are personally attacking Army Nawabi's mother. He doesn't believe. Where's the evidence that your Mother Earth or Bhumi Devi or Radharani or Kali Ma, is she universal? It's, they say we as Muslims used to think this is all a Hindu myth. These are myths. So let those them say what they want to say. And how can they trust you in this? Is there any trust left? So much poverty there in India. Now my father would come up and say, no, 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 you don't compare India to Pakistan. Yes, I haven't been to India, but I don't want to go there to see that poverty. I just saw a little bit some Russian ladies helping out there. What poverty? But this is because they're saying that we were, yes, they were suppressed, they were put down, they were killed even by the Mughals, by the Britishers, all of them. Even the Muslims at the British time suffered. So, but we, I think out of proportion or something, okay, this has been undecided. Army Nawabi can say what he wants to say. Why didn't you Hindus allow him? When you can, oh, because you got up after long time, you've been suppressed by the Muslims, or what? And so it all that bharas, that thing, that, oh my God, when you saw the ex-Muslims, you jumped up and down and you said, yeah, thank Bhagwan. I can understand that. I can understand that. But that doesn't mean when then these atheists who don't believe, who don't want to believe, or whatever, they are rude, they're deceptive, and yes, they will, their freedom of speech, you can say F word like anything, like Armin Nawabi says, idiot, you can call anyone an idiot. I didn't know it was like this in Canada, that you can call a lady an idiot. Yeah, so taking a pause, I thought that if you insult anyone in Canada, that person can bring a case against you, I was told by this aunt of mine who is in Canada. She told me on the phone some years back when I was saying things against her sister on social media, Facebook. She said, well, you have the freedom to say what you want. But in Canada, I told her, well, here because it's a Muslim, it's different. But there, freedom of speech, liberty, freedom. I was told by this aunt that if you insult or even call someone a stupid person, they have the right. They can bring a case against you. So do it properly. Hindus, bring a case against them. Not because your feelings are hurt, but in the Supreme Court or International Court, bring that case against Armin Nawabi. Don't do it in a cowardly manner on YouTube like the Pakistani government is doing against Dr. David Wood and the Christians who say anything against Islam. And who else? Ex-Muslims, apostate prophet, Rizwan, others, maybe Abdullah Samir, I'm not sure. He never mentioned something like this, that from Pakistan government he was demonetized, or that he. So Pakistan government, we should have a counter suing on the Did I speak about this or did I get involved in a live stream? So I want to also, but before I do that, yes, I have to finish this. Oh yeah, I have a counter on the Pakistani government case. Counter sue them. And about the Hindus who are attacking these ex-Muslims on social media and complaining, reporting against them on Twitter. You you can get the Canadian government. Do it properly then. Don't do this kind of a thing to bar the Army Nawabi from Twitter and Facebook. And Susanna, Atheist Republic, getting their accounts completely gone, deleted. So I had to talk about this. It slipped my mind that one of the Indian channels recently. Uh, so I've looked at the thing that yes, for you, your religion is not your dharma, Sanatan dharma, Hinduism is not a myth. The Hindu gods and goddesses are not a myth. Not for Army Nawabi, not for me. And he's an ex-Muslim now. He can put a cartoon, he can kick the Quran, he can burn the Quran, but you will rejoice on that. And then I can understand one thing, that as Muslims, we have suppressed you people. We call you najis, impure, and we don't understand your feelings. So yes, maybe that thing of you still have that thing for that anger bottled inside you against the Muslims. I also have it against the Sunni Muslims who killed this party, Sipai Sahiba, these extremists who killed the Shias in Pakistan, killing Hazaras. I don't know tomorrow what I would do if I get the chance to get these. But one has to be diplomatic at times. One has to keep quiet, silent. Imam Ali, my father, told me, kept quiet for 30 years. They snatched because of Abu Bakr, Omar, and Uthman. So I cannot say tomorrow what I will do, right? Who knows what tomorrow brings? However, yes, you got your feelings, and you think that your Kali Ma is. I can understand all that. Now, where was I now? Yes, but I cannot deeply I don't understand your feelings. That's true, right? But then on the other hand, you claim to be secular. You claim to be with the Western, like even better than the Westerners and Europeans. Yes, you have taken Muslims. Muslims have lived there. You have like taken them in the sense that you have taken their thing. I don't know what the Muslims did in India and have been doing. So can we say that Kali Ma from an ex-Muslim, atheist, Army Nawabi, they drew Fatima Zahra, uh, and a lesbian. I've seen. For me, it doesn't make a difference. They drew Fatima Zahra. He's an atheist. What can I say? To me, it doesn't make a difference. But is this like in our society, like our children? I would say to respect all religions, and for me, it's like this. The reason why I don't, it's not because I don't respect Islam. It's because I think Islam is a very dangerous religion. I've seen it, experienced it, living in Pakistan. It's not that I don't respect Muslims. I don't like this religion. It's very, very dangerous. I don't like it. Not even personal opinion. It's proven that it is a very dangerous religion. I've done a video on that. And anyhow, if we look at Muhammad from the Umayyad sources, Sunni sources, so Army Nawabi has to understand that Indians will come after him. Some Indians will. And some were with him, but I guess on social media, one person reported against me on Facebook, one Kashmiri Punjabi. I have been barred for 30 days from Facebook now. So I don't know how many Indians reported, but we as ex-Muslims should realize, Desi ex-Muslims, Army Nawabi is a Persian ex-Muslim. He's an Iranian ex-Muslim. He's not a Desi ex-Muslim. If you call Iranians Desi, then I don't know. But they, then so Haris Sultan also, and everyone, they said that how can we, we don't believe in it. So you are telling us that, oh yes, make cartoons of Muhammad, he's shit, he's a donkey, he's लौंडियों के पीछे, prostitution, this, that. He's a pimp. God knows what names you were calling them. Calling him. But then you should also take the thing against Kali, sexy Kali, or whoever, Radharani. I would take it. I took Bibi Fatma Zahra, even as an ex-Shia, or I was stuck on, like, I don't have time to waste on these people. Whether they're going against society or they're doing porn. But bring the proper action. Like Sadhguru said, this abuse and this will spoil the standard of human beings. As a human being, you're putting yourself down. Even the Western world, in school, in the workplace, if you are going to say F my boss, F that employee, F this, if you can say this in your workplace, then okay, do it. Freedom of speech. But an individual also has the freedom to bring a case against you. So take it in the proper law and then raise that issue. But you have no right. I understand everything that Muhammad, yes, the Hindu gods and goddesses did not say these things. Then someone brings up manuscript. But they did not say kill those who do not believe in us. takes a lot of years of rishis did it. How many of you Hindus really have been in touch with your gods and goddesses? Said there. It's not practical anymore in this world. You have to live, eat. This is Sadhguru said that whatever system now from the western side has come or from whichever side has come, we have to accept it. However, the economy is running, how our life is running. They are running our lives, career, on schooling, on education. This kind of education, which molds the child in the brain, and what kind of an education is this? But whether we like it or not, we have to go on with this education. It's curbing the creativity of a child. It's taking away the innocence of a child. Artificial, superficial. But we have to go with it. I'm criticizing the Western system of education. Science has given us so much and all this, okay. And now the thing is that, so, do you get my point, or am I just all over the place? I can never do this in sequence properly, orderly way. I'm disheveled. Haywire. So now I understand a little bit that the Hindus would, to protect their Kali Ma. What was the point? I missed that. Sorry, I missed the point. I'm going to take a break. I'm very, very tired. I think I should not have done this. But since some of it was fresh, I said, let me see how it goes. The point I missed is that what Muhammad did against the Hindu polytheists, idol worshippers, even Christians and Jews. You cannot compare with their Kali Ma, and you have not understood their nature, their dharma, their Hinduism. Let's just keep it short, Hinduism. We called it myths, we called them demons, we called the gods and goddesses misguided demons. You know, now I'm coming out with it. You cannot equate, still I feel whatever the Hindus did on social media against Armin Navabi, I still feel that yeah, it was wrong, but then I have to understand how wrong was it. And how many of them lied to us, and but how many of them say that this is he can say our mother, don't say anything to my mother because she's real, she's my mother. So now we understand a little bit of Hindus, and then on the other side, so I'm like a stupid lawyer, advocate both sides, even though I've been abused by Armin Navabi and I gave him hell. But he never said a word to me then. In the comment sections, it is a wonder of wonders. He never said a word to me. But there on live stream, with his friend telling him, you know, getting him all, maybe to save my life from the American CIA. So hasn't India been with America and Israel? So that I have to see. I have to be very, I'm sorry. You may think I'm being rude or whatever you may put on me. I forgot to say on Monica channel about this on live stream. Raised this question on Armin Navabi. even though I abused him like anything. His grandmother is everything. What mother? I kept going on madly. So don't provoke me. Yeah, so that was wrong, and he never said a word then. So isn't he better than some of? Let's say I say something to the Hindus. If they are going to abuse me like that, I will, because I'm in my mad state. I cannot take this kind of a thing. But Hindus don't have, these Hindus here, they're so scared. Uh, you can talk to them, you can tell them, okay, I understand that some of you are cheaters, liars, corrupted politicians. There was so much going on in India and all that, and even not at par with the Westerners. Population, so much poverty in India, no zakat system. So this, my God, people suffering. People on the footpath, I've heard, urinating there. Hindus don't know how to make a bathroom. Who taught us all these things? We are told that Muhammad taught us how to make a bathroom. Anyways, who taught us how to make a bathroom? And I don't know, maybe it came from the secular system. Because in Muhammad's time, they used to go out at his wives, we are told, from the Umayyad side. So I really don't know. I apologize for that. I thought all this came from crockery and came from the Islam. Anyhow, let's see a civilized, compassionate, wonderful world. Prosperity, no more wars. This is what I want. And listen, this is, please understand, this is not a conspiracy against Hindus. So I have judged the Hindus too, and I confess. And if you listen to Kushal, and what about that? When Haris Sultan was telling me that Kushal has told him, at least he's saying it's there because of Modi. I mean, some things I didn't agree to him. I mean, I don't agree to most of his things, but when he said that Kushal says the Hindus have been hurting and all this, the cow lynching thing, problems have been there, or whatever the problems have been there in India through the Hindus for a long, long time, longest time. So what about that? I'm going to mention everything that I now remember, but I still feel okay. I give the Hindus that much, hopefully. I don't know if I'm being, I think I'm being fair, but don't now go, thinking you people are all great and all this. But yes, be you humble, because your God were very humble. My father told me that the Hindus are very humble people. They touch the feet and all this, and some things we really admire of the Hindus. The god Ganesh rides on he has his vahana, a mouse. So the Hindus, I mean, why do I have to tell the Hindus? I mean, isn't the Hindu raw on social media? And please be humble. And if you don't like it, then the Muslims will say, well, Rasulullah is above our father. He's not the father of any of your. They don't look at that. They honor Rasulullah. They could kill people for Rasulullah. Yeah, they could kill people for Rasulullah. They even could kill a Shia for their Sahaba, in Pakistan, wherever they get a chance, even in the Western world now. So, but the Hindus don't do this. Yes, they have kept their knives back. Their, your gods and goddesses haven't taught you to do this kind of a thing. And I will talk about happiness and all this too. What happiness? Going after happiness. Be in bliss, be in Shiva. No, no, grieve is very beautiful. We were told in Shia Islam, I don't want to promote Shia Islam anymore. I know it's a false religion. No. So, I, maybe 95% I know it's a false religion. 5% is still there. I don't know how to put the percentage. I may be wrong about it. No, no, I think 100% it's a false religion. Even Shia Islam, we thought the greatest. But sorrow, I don't know how your gurus, maybe, see, I can speak about it, but I felt it was too premature to talk about it. Anyways, even then, I might change my opinions, okay? Uh, I don't think you should be scared. Oh, we want happiness. Oh God, gham aa gaya means grieving for Imam Hussain. Oh, this is bad. I should run away from this. I should go to my guru. But in a very graceful manner, you can be taken out of this. Please, please don't get offended, or I don't mean to hurt anyone here. I'm just trying to understand and trying to build. Let's see if we can come to a very just thing about the ex-Muslim and these Desi ex-Muslims. And when they say anything against these atheists, if the Desi ex-Muslims have become atheists, and if they say anything against the Hindu dharma or Hindu truths or whatever, yes, I feel the words should be right. It's not a religion. Sadhguru has said it, and I keep going on in religion. It is their ancient scientific method, Vedas and all, you can then test it in reality. But most of you have, I don't know about that. What हाल क्या है India का? How many Indians are westernized? I don't know. Are you proud of your religion? Are you really again I've used religion. Way of life, the way your goddesses and gods gave you spiritual life, how to live sustainable. That person HL said very good about Sri Ram and the thing he was explaining. I don't want to quote him, but I want to use the word he used: sustainable, saving lives, sustaining lives. Wow, what a great word he used. So explaining to me the Vedas and all about Sri Ram and Dharma. Dharma is, he said Dharma, sorry, Dharma is what is sustainable. So how they solve the problem of whether helping one person or the majority of people who Ram was a king, so Ram was the leader, their leader. Oh my God. And even calling Ram a leader is something, I think, misleading, right? Avatar, divine, Avatar. So yes, see, I won't be able to do justice through words and all this. So that's why I kept my mouth shut. But then I'm glad I went there. I'm glad they took me, Monica, Sharon, and it was a pleasure. It was an honor to be there and talk to all these people who came. The lady who came, I'm very, very glad. And please forgive me for anything I said or did that hurt someone. I hope not. Okay, it was very wonderful, and still I will be questioning and looking at this whether it is fair for these ex Muslim atheists to equate these Hindus, even though they got up in protest against the making of Kali Ma cartoon, sexy Kali. Okay, I still have to do contemplation, reflection on that. Thank you so much. I'm now tired. I wish I could continue, but I can't. I'll continue later about this. Thinking of the title of this topic to upload it on YouTube. Thanks a lot. All the best.